Hello guys and welcome to part 1 of the Unity Dialog system tutorial. Basically what I'm going to be covering in this tutorial is how to make a dialog system that reads the conversation from a text file. Now this is just going to be, it's not going to be input based, so like you won't be able to answer the NPC you're talking to. But anyways, before I actually cover the part with talking to NPCs and stuff like that, first, yeah, we need to get the GUI for it done. So what I'm gonna do is switch to 2D view. As you can see, usually I set up a scene beforehand, but for the first part, all we need is actually just the camera. Okay, so I'm gonna switch to 2D view since I'm gonna be editing some GUI now. Now if you already watched my previous tutorials, you can skip this first part because you probably know how to do this, but if you haven't and don't know how to use the new GUI system, I'm gonna show you. First thing I do is stuff like this that's really important. I usually put in an empty game object that I call main. So what we're gonna do here is right click on it, go UI and canvas. We'll also drag the event system into it. I'm gonna rename the canvas into Dialog. If you're American, you would probably spell dialogue without the U and the E at the end, which, because it's gonna be a bit easier to type it, I'm gonna also do it without the U, E at the end. Anyways, here, let me just zoom out. I'm actually gonna, yeah, it is already set to 16:9. I usually set it to 16:9 because that's what most computer screens work on. So I'm gonna go UE, panel, center the panel, and let's make it 200 by 400. You can see it's actually going out of the screen, but actually 200 by 300 is good. But if I have it maximized and play, it's actually gonna be alright. Okay, so on this panel, I'm gonna rename that to window. Here we're gonna have user interface, a text element, and for now you can drag it from top to bottom, and actually just remove a couple, have it centered like this, and remove a couple pixels off the bottom. So height, let's set it to 250 maybe, not 150, 250. Yeah, that seems about right, because down here I'm gonna put 2 buttons. Okay, go UI button. The first button is gonna be called, come on, rename, next. And let's also change its text. And you know what, let's make it with, well, this is 200, so we can probably make this, let's just make it 100 wide, and height can say 30. Okay, so that's next. Copy that over and paste it, and rename this one into back. Okay, so this is gonna be the basic GUI. These back and next buttons are gonna be to switch between the lines of the text, since it's gonna be 1 line per text thingy. And actually, let's take this text component, and instead of width 200, let's make it 180, so it's not all the way to the edges. Okay, so what we want to do now is go to our main game object, add component, new script, and I'm just gonna name the script NPC talk. Actually, I think I usually capitalize this. Okay, so NPC talk script. Let's open it up and start working on it. I might get more develop open full screen. Nope, good. Okay, so first thing we want to do here is go import Unity engine dot user interface. Okay, so now we want a couple variables. The first variable we want to add is the text file. So go var text file of type text asset. Okay, so the second one we want is a string array actually, and we're gonna do oops, oh, our variables are down here. We're gonna go var dialog lines type string array. I actually have to have this in copy paste because I can't type it. Okay, so our next integer, our next variable actually should be var line number of type integer. Oops. Okay, like that. So now let's go to the GUI elements. So first one is var UI text of type text, and the second one for now is var canvas of type canvas. Now let's actually have it lowercase canvas since everything begins with lowercase. Okay, so I usually like doing this is copying over an empty function and a function, just naming it empty so I can easily create functions faster. Okay, so here what we want to do is first off we want the canvas, actually no, let's leave it enabled. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is yeah, if text file. So if we have a text file, okay, so if text file, then the squiggly brackets, again I have to copy them over because they don't work on my keyboard. And here we want to say dialog lines is equal to open brackets text file dot text dot split open brackets string slash, which also doesn't work, so we have to copy it over. But yeah, the slash with the top at the left side, slash n, and then these again, 0. Okay, then close the bracket, close it again, and end the line. Okay, so then we go to the function update. So here what we want to do is go if open brackets line number is less than 0, then we want the line number to be 0. This is basically because yeah, it can go under line 0. And by the way, if I open this stock test that I made, Unity actually recognizes this as line 0, I think. So yeah, even though it says like 1 here. Okay, so after we close this if statement, we want to go var. Actually, let's put another empty space var dialog of type string is equal to dialog lines, and then the rectangular brackets, line and number, and yeah, just close this off. Then UI dot come on, why is it? Oh no, yeah, I don't need to go dot. Just go UI text, the variable we made, dot text is equal to dialog. Okay, so if we test the code now, it should kinda work. I'm pretty sure. Wait, where is it? Oh yeah, here it needs to be uppercase S, capital S. Should all work now, yep. If we go into main and drag our text file to where it says text file here, and drag our user interface text to where it says UI text. Okay, so here now it says this is line 1, which is what's the first line in our talk test. Great. Now we want it actually to switch between lines. By the way, you see it says new text here. Okay, so to do that, we can also actually either do this with 1 or 2 functions. I'm gonna set up 2 functions for now. Whoops. Okay, next. Here we're gonna go line number plus equals 1. And function back. We're gonna go line number minus equals 1. Okay, then we gotta go to our buttons, add an onClick event, drag the main game object into the function, go NPC talk, next. You can't see it because it's off screen, but yeah, you'll be able to see it on back. So add onClick event, main, drag it, function, NPC talk, back. Okay, so this is line 1, this is line 2, and this is line 3. Now if I actually press next again, we'll be getting errors because we don't have line 4. But I'm gonna deal with that in a later video. So yeah, that's the basics of this. I'm gonna say the scene real quick. Yeah, that's the basics of this dialog system. Next time, what I'm gonna be doing is working on the onClick script, and not onClick, like working on it so it opens up when we talk to an NPC. But till then, yeah, you'll just have to deal with this.